All right, good morning. Let's go on the record, please, ma'am. I'm Charlotte Mitchell, Chair of the Utilities Commission, and with me this morning are the following commissioners. When I call your name, please announce your presence. Commissioner Lyons Gray.
Here.
Commissioner Clodfelter.
Yes, good morning.
Commissioner Duffley.
Good morning.
Commissioner Hughes.
Good morning.
And Commissioner McKissick.
Hey.
In compliance with the State Government Ethics Act, I remind members of the Commission of their duty to avoid conflicts of interest and inquire at this time whether any member of the Commission has a known conflict of interest with respect to matters coming before us this morning. The record will reflect that no conflicts have been identified, so we will proceed with public staff. Communications item P1, Ms. Profit, we are with you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karen Profit of the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Item P1 presents the filing of interconnection agreement amendments by AT&T North Carolina and South between November 12, 2020 and January 14, 2021. Public staff has reviewed the filings and recommends that orders be issued approving the amendments effective on the date they were filed. Public staff has provided proposed orders to the commission staff.
Move approval.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion that's been seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the roll for a vote. Indicate your support with an aye, your opposition with a no. Commissioner Gray.
Aye.
Commissioner Clodfelter.
Aye.
Commissioner Duffley.
Aye.
Commissioner Hughes.
Aye.
Commissioner McKissick.
Aye.
And for the record, I support the motion as well, and the motion carries. All right, thank you, Ms. Profit. We will now move to public staff electric item P1. Mr. Williamson, you're up.
Good morning. I'm David Williamson with the Public Staff's Energy Division. Item P1 is a collection of filings made on November 13, 2020 by Dominion Energy North Carolina for approval of a non-residential new construction program, a residential energy efficiency kit program, a residential home retrofit program, a residential smart thermostat demand response program, a residential smart thermostat energy efficiency program, and a small business improvement enhanced program. These programs are part of the company's Phase 8 portfolio and will provide a variety of measures to both residential and non-residential customers. These measures are designed to help reduce energy and demand usage. These programs are expected to be cost effective under both the total resource cost and the utility cost tests. On January 15, 2021, public staff filed comments and recommended that the commission approve each program as either a new energy efficiency or demand side management program pursuant to Commission Rule R868. Therefore, the public staff recommends that the commission issue our proposed order approving these programs.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Any questions or discussion?
Yes, ma'am. One quick question.
All right, Commissioner Gray, you may proceed.
Just curious, David, is there any reporting mechanism so we'll understand how this program works, or any evaluation of it at any time?
Do you have any program in particular that you're curious about, or just all of them?
Well, the residential is interesting to me, whether it's the a new construction or home or the smart thermostat, or, you know, I'm just kind of, there's nothing in the order, excuse me, that calls for them to report, is there?
Sure, sorry about that. So each program, the way that Dominion will file with their energy efficiency rider in August or September of every year, they actually do an annual kind of EM&V similar to how Duke Energy does theirs. They will do a reporting and assessment of all of their programs in this report that they file for each rider, and that will be where I guess the assessment that you're looking for will be made as far as participation and impacts by the measures.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I had a question as well.
All right, Commissioner McKissick, you may proceed.
Yeah, and that was in connection with the non-residential new construction program. It describes it as being eligible to qualifying owners, and it goes up to $18,754. I mean, when they say, I guess the owners is anybody who is the owner of an occupant of a building or structure, and how will they determine how much will actually go to each participant? And I assume when they say non-residential, that could be commercial, it could be industrial, it could be office, it could literally be anything other than residential itself. Is that correct?
Sure. To my understanding, that is what that means. I believe there is a load requirement associated with it where they have to be they can't go below a certain amount of demand over a 12-month period. But outside of that, I do believe as long as they're a commercial, industrial, non-residential customer, they'll be eligible for this program.
And one quick follow-up. I assume since any qualifying owner can do this, if you're the owner of the building, even if you're renting that structure out, you're still eligible. Is that correct?
I don't believe it's eligible for a renter. I'd have to double check that for you.
Well, when I say renter, that as long as you're a owner that qualifies, you can get that incentive, even though you may rent the property. It doesn't necessarily have to be occupied by the owner of the structure.
Yes, as long as the renter and the actual owner of the building are in agreement about the program, I believe that they would be able to pursue if they're renting, but I'd need to go back and double check that with the company.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any additional questions? All right, hearing none, I'll go ahead and call the roll for a vote. Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
Commissioner Clodfelter,
Aye.
Commissioner Duffley,
Aye.
Commissioner Hughes,
Aye.
Commissioner McKissick.
Aye.
And for the record, I support the motion as well, and the motion carries. All right, thank you, Mr. Williamson. We'll proceed now to public staff, electric item P2. Mr. Akpom, I believe we are with you.
The staff accounting division, electric item P2, docket number E35 sub T3, Western Carolina University or WCU application for authority to recover purchase power expenses. On December 9th, 2020, in compliance with commission orders in docket number E-35, subs 17, 19, 49, and 51, WCU filed an application for a change in its Schedule CP purchase power cost rider or rider for the 12 monthly billing periods, beginning with bills rendered in February 2021. The filing contains elements of WCU's proposed recovery of coal ash costs as approved by the Commission in docket number E-35 sub 48. On February 2nd, 2021, WCU filed its final rate for the rider, incorporating actual costs and revenues through December 2020. The net PPA factor requested by WCU is a decrement of minus $0.01500 per kilowatt hour. This proposed factor will replace the currently expiring factor of minus 0.00305 per kilowatt hour, set forth in docket number E-35 sub 51. The WCU states that the proposed factor, if approved by the Commission, will decrease a 1,000 kilowatt-hour monthly bill for its residential customers by 9.8%. As part of the requested change in rates for this PPA, WCU also requests Commission approval to possibly file an application to make a mid-year change in rate associated with the recently filed joint coal ash settlement in the Duke Energy Carolinas DEC rate cases in order to adjust the PPA rate to refund to customers any overcollections due to the coal ash settlement. The public staff has reviewed Western Carolina University's calculations for the PPA factors and determined that the proposed factors have been calculated accurately and in a reasonable manner. Based on the results of its review, public staff recommend that the Commission approve the proposed rider without public hearing to be effective for service rendered on and after February 17, 2021. Additionally, the public staff recommends that the Commission approve WCU's request to adjust the PPA rate upon acceptance of DEC coal ash settlement. A proposed order is attached to the public staff agenda as exhibit number P2.
Move approval of item P2, electric P2.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Any questions or discussion? All right, hearing none, I'll call the roll for a vote. Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
Commissioner Clodfelter,
Aye.
Commissioner Duffley,
Aye.
Commissioner Hughes,
Aye.
Commissioner McKissick.
Aye.
For the record, I support the motion as well, and the motion carries. All right, thank you, Mr. Akpom. We will now proceed with public staff water item P1. Mr. Junis, you're up.
Yes, ma'am. Charles Junis, engineer of the Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone Division. Water item P1 and docket number W218 sub 546. Aqua North Carolina Inc. filed a verified petition with the commission requesting authority to amend its tariff for the purpose of passing along to its water customers in 18 subdivisions in Cumberland County an increase in the cost of purchasing water service from the Fayetteville Public Works Commission. Public staff has reviewed Aqua's petition and recommends that the commission issue the proposed order approving the requested tariff revision.
Move approval.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Any questions or discussion? All right, hearing none, I'll call the roll for a vote. Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
Commissioner Clodfelter,
Aye.
Commissioner Duffley,
Aye.
Commissioner Hughes,
Aye.
Commissioner McKissick.
Aye.
And for the record, I support the motion as well, and the motion carries. All right, thank you, Mr. Junis. All right, Ms. Castleberry, Mr. Furr will proceed to public staff water item P2.
Good morning, David Furr, Public Staff Water, Sewer, and Telephone. Item P2 is docket number W1036 sub 0, Sedgefield Development Corporation, appointment of new emergency operator. By letter filed in this docket on February 1st, 2021, Old North State Water Company, LLC, requests to be released from responsibility as the emergency operator of the sewer system in Grand Oaks subdivision in Durham County, and that EnviroLink Inc. be appointed as the new emergency operator. By letter filed in this docket on January 4th, 2021, EnviroLink requests to be appointed the new emergency operator of the Grand Oaks sewer system effective October 1st, 2020. EnviroLink has served as the contract operator of the facility since Old North State was appointed emergency operator. A proposed order is attached as exhibit number P4. It's recommended that the public staff's proposed order be issued, appointing a new emergency operator, requiring audit of the current emergency operator, granting provisional rates subject to refund and true up, and requiring customer notice.
All right, thank you, Mr. Furr. The commission does have several questions for you on this item. I assume it to be the case, but is the public staff satisfied that EnviroLink is capable as serving as the emergency operator for this sewer system?
Yes, it's a very small package plant, very common type plant that EnviroLink has a great deal of experience operating, yes.
Okay. Thank you for that response. Your proposed order notes that the city of Durham has indicated that it's working on a project to make an interconnection with this system. Do you have any details that you could provide the commission related to this interconnection or proposed interconnection?
This has been ongoing for a long time. I had communication with City of Durham a week or two ago. Mr. Robert Joyner, who's the engineering manager there, and he indicates that they have a consultant working on the design at this time.
Do you have a sense of timing when the interconnection would be installed or affected?
No, I do not.
But your sense is that the city is actively moving this forward.
They're moving that direction, but they've been moving that direction for a long time. So
Okay.
I'm hoping it continues to move and that it's successful.
Okay. All right. All right. That's it for me. Any additional questions for Mr. Furr, the public staff?
Madam Chair, I do have a question.
All right. Yes, sir. Commissioner McKissick, you may proceed.
Sure. They're proposing, at some point putting in a package plan out there, which has certain costs associated with it. I mean, what would become of the package plant at the point in time where these users would actually be connected to the city of Durham's collection system?
Okay. I may have misunderstood some of the first of your sentence there. Pardon me for that. It currently is a very small package plant, and this will be a gravity sewer collection system. They're planning on putting an entirely new collection system in that particular subdivision and connected to the city of Durham's existing sewer system to their existing treatment facilities. Typically in these situations, when they take a plant out of use, it's typically abandoned. They like for it to be completely removed.
Okay, so I guess the follow-up would simply be this: how would that potentially affect the rates that these individuals are paying, the users of the system? I mean, since I assume right now they're building in the cost of the package plan into the rates, which are currently in effect, or well, I'll put it like this, will soon be in effect. I'm not sure how that's working out. Maybe you can help me. Because I'm trying to say
now,
they're going to have to keep paying for the package system, even though it's inoperative.
Right now, matter of fact, their rates right now are very high because this is a very poor economies of scale package sewer plant. When they get connected to the city of Durham, it is my understanding that they will pay city of Durham rates, which should be significantly less than they're paying right now. However, I will tell you that they had to apply to be connected to the city of Durham, and they agreed to the terms of doing that, and it's costing them a significant amount of money to get connected to Durham.
Okay, so when they do get connected to Durham, these users will only be paying whatever the rate is appropriate by the city of Durham. They aren't going to continue paying for whatever that pro rata cost would be in the package plant.
I have no reason to think they'll continue to pay for that existing plant.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Move approval of the recommendation.
I'll second it.
All right, we've got a motion that's been seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Any additional questions or discussion? All right, hearing none, I'll go ahead and call the roll for a vote. Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
Commissioner Clodfelter,
Aye.
Commissioner Duffley,
Aye.
Commissioner Hughes,
Aye.
Commissioner McKissick.
Aye.
For the record, I support the motion as well, and the motion carries. All right, thank you, Mr. Furr. We will proceed now with public staff water item P3.
I'll also be presenting that item as well. It's item P3 is docket number W1305 sub 29 and W1300 sub 69. Plurus Hampstead LLC filed a joint application with Old North State Water Company LLC seeking authority to acquire the sewer systems serving Majestic Oaks and Hampstead Shopping Center, Southside Commons, Majestic Oaks West, and Salters Haven at Lee Marina in Pender County. Flores Hampstead is requesting approval of Old North State's current rates. It's recommended the public staff's proposed order be issued requiring customer notice and providing that the matter may be determined without public hearing if no significant protests are received subsequent to customer notice. A proposed order is attached as exhibit number P5.
Move approval.
I'll second it.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that the item be approved as recommended by the public staff. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, I'll go ahead and call the roll for a vote. Commissioner Gray,
Aye.
Commissioner Clodfelter,
Aye.
Commissioner Duffley,
Aye.
Commissioner Hughes,
Aye.
Commissioner McKissick.
Aye.
And for the record, I support the motion as well, and the motion carries. All right, thank you, Mr. Furr. All right, the commission has before it for approval its minutes of the January 25th, 2021 staff conference.
I move approval of the minutes.
Second.
All right, any question or discussion? All right, all in favor of approving our minutes indicate with an eye.
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, and our minutes of January 25th, 2021 staff conference are approved. Any additional business for the commission this morning? All right, hearing none, we will be adjourned. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's go off the record, please.